On YouTube, Apollo. Be on your best behavior, buddy. Do you ever get the Sunday scaries? Is our poll today. Yes. No. Actually, I'm going to change it up a bit. Yes, all the time. Yes. Rarely. No. No, I don't. All right, the poll is set. I see we already have some people in here. We already have some likes coming. Let's see who's in here. Crystal's in here. Jen's is in here. Connie's in here. Crystal said, I'm here, in all caps. How much longer? Oh, we are live. No longer. You shall wait no more for the A&L streams. Do you guys see Miss Piggy fell? It must have been a little too windy for Miss Piggy last night. She's been decrowned. One of them is left hanging in her spot. The other one fell with her. Sad Miss Piggy today. Do you guys all know what the Sunday scaries are? Go get the ball, Apollo. Wow. What happened here? It looks like it was windy last night. There's a lot of stuff blown over. These plants were laying on the ground. Must have gotten blustery. Jen said, hi, Connie, Crystal, Steven, Apollo, and Leyla girl. Good catch, Apollo. Where's your bally puppies? Crystal said, I am so tired. Connie said, hi, Leyla and Apollo. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody's Sunday going so far? Jens, I saw you were a hero today. I saw your community post. You saved a lost puppy. You were doing the Lord's work on this Sunday. What is the Sunday scaries? Connie, the Sunday scaries are, a lot of people experience it where, you know, you get like nervous for the upcoming week. Not nervous, but just kind of like anxious for the upcoming week again for people who have work and, you know, school. And it's like you feel the pressure of a full entire week schedule ahead, and you just start to get like anxious for the upcoming week. A lot of people get them on Sunday after they have a fun Friday and Saturday. They kind of feel like just a malaise on Sunday. Anxiety, yes, anxiety. One word, anxiety. That's a good way to make it brief. You don't get it, Jens? That's good. That means you're living a nice, pleasant life. Steve, are you coming to my dad's for dinner tonight? Rich, I will be in attendance, but I will not be eating. And yes, but Thor was the real hero for sure. Did Thor spot out the pup first? Wait, Jens, did you get a video of the moment you found that dog? That would probably make a great short or regular video. Connie said, okay, I don't get that. I'm not working right now. Tug of war time. It's fine. I'm just asking if you were coming. Yeah, I might be late because I'm supposed to go on a hike to get ramps today again. We're all out, and they only last for like 2 weeks about. So we might try and go get more. We have been live for just about 5 minutes. We have 3 likes, 5 votes, 8 live viewers. If you haven't liked the video yet, double tap your phone screen, send a like our way. Say hi in the chat, like Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed Goma. Welcome to the live. The video Morning Walk Rescue Part 1. Oh, I gotta watch that one. That's gonna be so fun to watch. Crystal said, I'm a spam Wilmer. Sounds good to me, Crystal. Spam him until your heart is content. Connie said, hi, Ahmed. So I'm not sure if we're going to do a double dose today, guys. We'll see how this stream part 1 goes. If we're getting a lot of viewers throughout it, we might just go extra long on this first one and then call it a day. If this first one is kind of dead, we might cut it off at some point and then try to go live again later. We'll see. We gotta see how the viewership goes here today. Jen said, I will send a message to Ruth and Alicia, BRB. Thank you, Jens. We love seeing Kimchi's mommy and Auntie Ruth in here. Layla girl, can I get that bally? Right now, it is completely split between the Sunday scaries, between all the time or not at all. 50-50 is the votes right now. Heath New is in the chat. Hello, Heath. Heath said, no, Layla, keep it. Keep it. Don't lose the ball. Haha, Keith, she gave it to me. Did you guys enjoy the puppy short of Apollo and Leyla today? Back when they were teeny tiny popishkas? Layla, can I get that bally? Give me that bally, Layla. Connie said, yes, I did. Heath said, hi. Welcome, Heath. BJ said, what is the Sunday scaries? First of all, BJ, welcome to the stream this morning. The Sunday scaries is basically anxiety. It's when people have a busy work schedule or school schedule and they feel the pressure of the full week ahead. And after a fun Friday and Saturday, it all hits you on Sunday like, oh, it's about to start over. Rich said, it's a little cold today. I needed a sweatshirt for my morning chang on the balcony. It is cold. I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt out here. Connie said, read my post. What post? A comment? Yes, I did. Heart, heart. Double white hearts. Jen said, I'm back. Welcome back, Jens. We are getting close to hitting the double digi-like total. Just about 2 or 3 away. Double tap your phone, send us the likes, help us hit double digis on the stream. Oh, Peter Harper's in here. I know that's one more like, at least for us. Hey, Peter. By Jens, it's hot, dry, and blue skies. Peter said, hello, my friends. How are you today? We are doing good, Peter. I hope you're doing good as well. Lisa Papalaski is in here. They are gorgeous. Thank you, Lisa. Welcome to the lives, if it's your first one ever. You are now in the ANL fam. Welcome, welcome. BJ said, I call the scaries awfulizing anxiety. Sounds about right, BJ. We were split the last time I checked. Right now, it's more voting for no, I don't than yes, I do. That's good. We have a anxiety-less community. That is good. I think it's a big problem in America for a lot of people. Maybe it's less of a problem around the world. Colton Lyle said, doggo. Hello, Colton. Welcome. Rich said I got a nasty cut on the top of my foot. How did that happen? Like a blister? Or how would you get a cut on the top of your foot, Rich? Was there something in your shoe? Heath New said, I love Layla's stance. She gets down, ready to get it. Oh, yeah. Heath, Layla is definitely the more ferocious looking pup when I'm about to throw the ball. She gets super, super ready to pounce. She does the Layla loops. She does the Layla loaf. She even does, yeah, that like leaning forward, like ready to go. Lisa said, that's what fur babies are for. True. True, true, true. That's also true, Jens. Connie said, from tennis? What the heck? Crystal said, hee hee. I think people anticipate the unknown events, appointments, meetings, and awfulize them by imagining what could happen as if it is real. True. You gotta live in the now, right? Not the future. Ruth is in the chat. I couldn't reply. Screen froze again. Well, we see you now, Ruth. Welcome, welcome. Rich said, I'm not sure. I just know I came home yesterday and my foot was itchy. Took off my sock and there was a big cut. That is weird. Whoa. You caught it out of the sky there, buddy boy. Thanks, Jens, for getting Auntie Ruth in here. Thank you, thank you. I think fur babies are the best remedy for scaries. I mean, how could you be feeling anxiety riddled with puppies like this around, right? They just can't, you can't help but smile in the presence of pups. Jen said, you're so welcome with the double white hearts. Thank you. What the heck did Crystal comment? That's what I read your comment, Crystal. I see the live hearts coming through. Thank you guys for sending those. I love seeing those hearts pop up on the screen. BJ said, Ruth, sometimes if the screen freezes, just hit the refresh button and it will work. I think Crystal is speaking gibberish. She learned a new language. Ruth said, hi, BJ, Connie, and Jens. Oh, we have so many live hearts coming through, Apollo. Look at those coming our way. Thank you, guys. You know, fighting the Sunday scaries, I think these live streams also help. Having this whole community that we can chat with each other and, you know, if there is a problem in one of our lives, say it on the stream. You know you got a bunch of people who have your back. It's very nice. Jen said, 1 like away from 10. Tap, tap, and double tap. Help us hit the double digi. Ruth said, I have emptied the cache on YouTube and it seemed to work. Forgot today. You want to run, puppy, run. Connie said, yes, it helps me calm down. Heath said, are the dogs siblings? They are, Heath. We got Apollo and Leyla from the same litter. Heath, you actually came on a good day because our short from this morning shows the first time we went to meet Apollo and Leyla. So if you want to see them as teeny tiny puppies, you could go look at that maybe after the stream's over. But yes, they are from the same litter. They are brother and sister. BJ said live chat really brings people into the present and not anticipating the rest of the day. Yeah, we all feel connected for the time that we're in here, right? It's very nice. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Heath. Yes, Ruth, that can help with a lot of YouTube issues, clearing the cache. Jen said the short was amazing. Check it out, please, people. Thank you, Jens. Crystal said, hello. Hello, Crystal. Glad you are speaking English in the chat again. BJ said, I love the pictures in the short of the pups when you saw them the first time. They were so sweet and innocent, right? Little tiny puppies. They could barely even move. They were like, oh, crazy. They looked like little polar bears. It seemed better the last couple of days, BJ, said Ruth. Gotta see them as pups. Yeah, Heath, go check it out and then come back in here. Let me know what you think. It's only like a 10-second video, so it won't take long. Lisa said, I have a brother and sister that are cats. There you go, Lisa. We're all pet lovers in here. I feel like probably 95% of the people tuning in have some kind of pet. Whether it be a dog, a cat, or even anything else. A ferret, Miss Kimchi. Peter said, I saw the picture too. I loved it. Thank you, Peter. What do you guys think? If a German Shepherd stayed like the size that Apollo and Leyla are in that video, like a little teeny tiny miniature German Shepherd, do you think that would be the most popular dog in the world or what? A little 10-pound dog that looks like that? Oh my goodness. How could anybody resist? Rich said, did you know there are actual rules for when you get dogs from the same litter? Something about how you're supposed to have them develop separate so they aren't dependent on one another. Yes, Rich, it's called Littermate syndrome. We are well aware. We tried to fight it when Apollo and Leyla were up and coming pupishkas. Lisa, wait, you have a skunk as a pet? Do you really? What happened to Miss Piggy? Yes, Miss Piggy took a tumble. She fell off her throne. She left behind half of her crown. Now I have to move her for our future streams. I was gonna leave her as long as she was there. BJ said, I think they would be extremely popular with people who feel they can't handle a larger dog. Yeah, like people who live in the city, or even like a lot of like older people who don't want a 100-pound dog. I feel like those would be amazing. Heath said, OMG, saw them as pups. Double white hearts. Thank you, Heath. Ruth said, hi, Apollo and Leyla, with the double white hearts. Thank you, Ruth. Connie says, I see Miss Piggy. Peter said, I've had mega busy day today, Steven. I reckon I should jump onto the plant for a couple of hours. I think you should too, Peter. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Every moment that you have left. Oh, Lisa said, I want to have a skunk. Well, I hope if you ever get a skunk, Lisa, I hope you remove that stinky gland or whatever. That would be a problem. That would be a problem. Has anybody in here ever gotten sprayed by a skunk or had their pet sprayed by a skunk? Connie said, skunk is cool, Lisa. Still no pup, Mr. Rich? No, now is not the right time, Jens. What is the Littermate syndrome you speak of? It's what you were saying, Rich. When the dogs get super connected with one another, they don't connect with humans as much, and they kind of just bond with each other for life versus their owners. I think they're harder to train, and it's not as fun having a dog if they're not connected to you, you know? Oh yeah, take out the stinker. That's probably a must, right? Skunks are extremely smelly, believe me. Uh-oh, Peter, have you been sprayed? Sounds like you're talking from experience there. Lisa said, absolutely. There is a point, though, I don't know how far away the point is, where a skunk smell can be faint enough, where it's like you barely get a whiff. And it's like, okay, that's tolerable. But if there is any kind of like, oops, the ball slipped. If there's any kind of pungency to it, oh my goodness. It is disgusting. All right, the quest begins, everybody. We achieved the double digi-like total. Now the quest begins for the 20-mile mark. We're also getting a good amount of votes as well. Thank you, everybody, for voting. Let's see how our poll is going. The question is, do you ever get the Sunday scaries? 38% said yes all the time. 12% are saying yes, but rarely. And 50% are saying no, not at all. That's great. We have a lot of happy people in the chat. Lisa said, I have a friend that likes that smell. Oh my gosh, Lisa, maybe they still have COVID and their scent glands are like 99% reduced. Do your dogs have that with anyone except you, Steve? What do you mean, Rich? I've never actually been sprayed by a skunk. I just know that what it's like. Oh yeah. Connie said, I came home for one time and one was at my front door. It didn't spray me. I was drunk too. Oh my gosh, Connie. Thank God you didn't think it was a cat or something. BJ said, LOL. Lisa said, ha ha ha. All happy people. Thanks to Apollo and Leyla and King Thor and all the channels like us, right, Jens? I don't think I've ever been face to face with a skunk like where I was nervous or scared that it was going to spray me, thankfully. Maybe because I've had German Shepherds my whole life. Maybe the skunks stay away. Now, we've had in my backyard before raccoons and possums. We've had run-ins with them. Not very often, but from time to time. Connie said, I was very lucky. Better to see it at night than during the day, right? During the day, it would have had rabies, I think. I believe skunks are nocturnal, but I'm not positive on that, actually, now that I think about it. BJ said, I know that family friends had skunk and they are nocturnal and would wander around the house all night long and get into things. Are skunks smart? Like, would they actually be a fun pet to have, or would they be like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but like, would they just kind of be around, but not really, would they show any kind of love or connection or anything? Connie said it was a long time ago, back in the early 80s. Oh, wow. So safe to say that skunk is no longer around. Richard, I mean, you're like the only person I feel they really connect with, and otherwise they kind of just do everything together like you were describing. No, they like our whole family. I think German Shepherds tend to connect with one person mostly no matter what. Like the last set of dogs we had, they were connected with my mom. They'd follow her everywhere. But they still love the whole family, you know? BJ said, I never knew a skunk that did tricks. Most of them are nocturnal. Lisa said, yeah, they have spirit. Now that is a great movie. Have any of you guys ever seen the movie about the horse? I think it's called, I'm pretty sure it's like a Disney movie just called Spirit. We have a bunch of animal lovers in here, so you guys would probably love that movie if you haven't seen it. Rich said, I saw a coyote once in that backyard. I saw a coyote once on our block, not in our backyard. Maybe, was that before we had this fence, Rich? The fully fenced in yard? We actually had a bear in our yard one time. A black bear. The cops showed up. They were chasing it from like house to house. BJ said, I've had deer, skunks, raccoons, possums in my backyard here in town. Connie said, no, I've never seen it. Oh, Connie, you would love it. You would love that movie. Jen said the average lifespan of a skunk in the wild is about 2 to 3 years. Wow, that's it? But they can live up to 15 years in captivity? Oh my gosh, that's a crazy discrepancy right there. 2 to 3 years to 15 years? That's wild. I guess that's because maybe they're low on the food chain. Maybe they're being hunted in the wild. They can't make it too long. Actually, do skunks have any predators? Wouldn't they be turned away by that smell? Like, would a coyote or a fox or a bear or whatever, a hawk, eat a skunk when they know it's stinky, stinky? I'm not sure. I feel like that's a natural defense. That's pretty good. You just said, I wonder what shortens their lifespan? Yeah, the only thing that came to my mind was like a predator, but I'm not sure if they're on the food chain with all of that stank. Rich said, yes, it was well before that fence. It was wide open there when I saw it. Yeah, I remember how the backyard used to be. There was a lot more trees and no fence. You could just like look. It actually looked way different back in the day. BJ said, I've seen a lot of skunks as roadkill. Maybe that's the #1 cause. They're not good crossers of roads. Lisa said they don't smell like that all the time. I feel like if they were being hunted, though, they would definitely release something, right? Even if they got killed, like instantly, I feel like they would probably release that odor. Connie said we have a lot of deer and birds, squirrels, skunks, and chipmunks. Oh my gosh, we got chipmunks for days by me. So many chipmunks. There are chipmunks everywhere. Chipmunks, bunnies, squirrels. Oh, time to go by the den. Ruth said, hey, Alicia. Oh, Alicia's in here with the double white hearts. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to the stream. Only when they're afraid. True. Alicia said, what is the Sunday scaries? Well, Alicia, in one word, it's basically anxiety. It's when people, they spend Friday, Saturday partying, thinking not about their actual life really, just having a good time. And then Sunday, the week ahead hits them all at once and they get an anxiety riddled day for some people who got busy stuff or just worried about stuff coming up. BJ said no chipmunks here in the lowland. They are up in the foothills. Aw, chipmunks are cute. I actually don't mind the chipmunks at all. Connie said, I've seen a bunny in my neighbor's backyard. Once in a while, every couple of years, we get a full-on bunny's nest in our front yard. And they burrow, and then there's like 6 bunnies in this little teeny tiny hole. Then I gotta watch out when I'm lawn mowing. I gotta go around. Lorraine's in the chat with the double white hearts. Hello, Lorraine. Alicia said, nope, not me. Oh, Alicia, how could you get the Sunday scaries when you have such a cutie pie like Kimchi running around you? Connie, those animals are all at your South Jersey house? Trying to think if there are any animals like that are just by me that you guys wouldn't have. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but like any main ones, I don't know. Maybe foxes or coyotes. Maybe other people don't have those. We don't have too crazy of animals where I live. Lorraine said, hi, Ruth. Hi, Jens. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Lorraine. BJ said the more they build housing developments around here, the more small wild animals compete for space and food. That's very true. They're doing that by me, too. Lisa said, where do I go to see your babies as babies? So, Lisa, if you click on our channel name, Apollo and Leyla, it'll probably take you right to our channel. And then you go to the Shorts tab, and it's our most recent video. And then after you watch that, if you go back out and go to the Live tab, it'll take you back to this live stream. Let me know if that works for you. BJ said we have foxes and coyotes. BJ, how close are you to having some grizzly bears near you? I mean, I don't think they're in the US, but you're not too far from Canada. Are they like 100 miles from you, 200 miles, 500 miles? They can't be too far. We don't have poisonous snakes in Western Washington. It is too cool and wet. Oh, we have poisonous snakes. Not really by me, but like kind of around me, we have these things called copperheads, which are very poisonous snakes, and then also rattlesnakes, but not very common. I've seen one copperhead up close in my life, and I've never seen a rattlesnake up close, but I know they have them in the Ramapo Reservation. Connie said, I've seen a fox puppy at my other house in North Brunswick. I was going to work and saw it. Foxes are kind of cute, right? It almost looks like a red Leyla. Or orange. BJ said, we have grizzlies in the North Cascades about 50 miles. Oh my gosh. BJ, that's too close for comfort. I wouldn't want to be 50 miles from a grizzly. Those things are terrifying. Ruth said, yes, just tap the Apollo and Leyla icon at the top of the screen, Lisa. Well, Lisa hasn't commented in a minute, so maybe she got it set and went to check it out. She's in for a treat, seeing the little tiny papishkas. The papishkas were probably the size of Miss Piggy in that video, huh? Probably about the same. BJ said, we have wolves and grizzlies in the North Cascades. Oh, you got wolves too. Wow. I just saw a story about how they're reintroducing wolves into like the Denver, Colorado area. And people are freaking out. Grizzlies and wolves want nothing to do with populations in lowlands. Peter said, I've got to go now, my friends. Thanks for this live stream, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, Stephen. Cheers, Peter. We will definitely see you later on. Alicia said, we have a lot of deer family and bears. Ruth said, bye now, Peter. I feel like deers are really getting their land. I feel like they're the most affected of like any animal from humans building apartments, homes. All of these deers around me, they have like these little tiny woods that are left. What used to be massive forest, now just like a little patch of woods. And they just ran through, you see them like right on main roads all around because they got nowhere to go. Oh my gosh, Jens, you have wild boars by you? That is so cool. And kind of scary. They have tusks, right? I wonder if they're aggressive towards people or, God forbid, Thor. Have you ever seen one in the wild, Jens, or are they rare? Connie said there are some in NJ spotted in South Brunswick. I heard coyotes were spotted in North Brunswick High School. BJ said, my brother's wife teaches drone use at the community college for studying wolves and grizzlies and other animals in the mountains. That's really cool. Hey, Lisa's back in here. She said, OMG. Those pups are so adorable. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you. Geomapping wild animals in the mountains. That's a really cool job. That would be super fun. Alicia said, so true, Stephen. Yeah, deer's got a rough shake. They attack people and dogs. Oh my goodness. That would be scary. You saw one 2 weeks ago? Yikes. I thought wild boars were like a very like deserty, very hot and dry environment type of thing. I'm surprised they have them I didn't know they were in Europe. I thought they were like South America. Connie said, wild boars, that is scary and crazy, Jens. That's why Thor is always on the leash. That makes sense now. I wonder if you see one wild boar, if that means more around, because I feel like they would move in a pack. I'm not exactly sure. Johnny Holt's in the chat. Looks like Apollo's been getting that tire lately. He's doing his best, Johnny. He tries his best. I think Leyla still edges him out in being victorious. Probably 60-40, maybe 65-35. But welcome to the live, Johnny. Connie said, Jens, that is crazy. Keep Thor safe. Oh yes, the king must stay protected. Lisa said, how do I find more sites like yours? I'm new to this. Well, Lisa, the very cool thing about YouTube is that once you start watching dog videos on YouTube, it will recommend you more naturally. So if you like our videos, if you watch our videos, you comment on our videos, you spend time in our live streams, YouTube will just realize that you like dog content, and then it will feed you more. And then if you subscribe to those, it'll just naturally send you more stuff. It's great like that. And we have a bunch of people in the stream here that post dog content. Like Thor is a really great account who's commenting in the chat to subscribe to. Johnny said, but he always lets Leyla have it at the end. Honestly, I don't know if he lets Leyla have it or I think we need to give Leyla more credit. She takes it. She uses that girly power, that girly determination, and she outlasts Apollo. BJ said, Lisa, as you go through sites like here, when you like, subscribe, share, then YouTube will start forwarding you to others. So it helps when people like and share dog and pet content. Jens is in Belgium. Jens, is King's Day is a one-day thing and it's over now, or is it like a multi-day type of celebration? I saw someone I follow, where was she from? Netherlands, maybe? They were celebrating it too, though. I forget which country she was in. So it must be like a bunch of different countries over there that celebrate it, right? Ruth is in England. So Ruth, do you talk like Patty the Batty? Because I've seen there's different English dialects that people can have an accent for. It's one day, and it's also in the Netherlands too. Alicia said, double tap for the love of dogs with the white hearts and the regular heart. Thank you, Alicia. Oh, not in Belgium? Lisa said she isn't no pushover. Oh, yeah. They're in a battle right now. I bet you Leyla wins. Johnny said, that's the first time I've seen them play tug of war with it. Oh, Johnny, on a stream probably like this past Thursday or Friday, they had a tug of war for 8 minutes. It just kept on going. They actually started off in our fire pit and then got out while still tug of warring. And then we're going around the yard. Connie said, yes, love the UK accent. Are they twins? They are. Well, I guess. Yeah, well, I don't actually. So there was like 6 puppies in their litter, but I guess they're twins or whatever the word would be for it. Ruth said, yes, everywhere in the UK has a different accent. Why is that, Ruth? Because the UK isn't like a massive, massive country, so it's a little, I'm not sure why there's like so many different dialects of like that accent. Ah, Leyla wins again. Leyla girl is victorious. BJ said, several nice German Shepherd sites are Mike and Pal, Sadie, Jade the Sable. Jade is ill right now. Uh-oh. I hope Jade feels better. Lisa said, she wins. I knew it. Belgium is a very small country and we already have so many dialects. Interesting. There's an awesome, I should actually do like a community post where I tag a bunch of dog accounts and shout them all out. And then maybe if like all the accounts shout out each other, it could really help out everybody. But there's an awesome account of a white German Shepherd that is just a little bit toastier than Apollo and Leyla. That dog reminds me so much of Apollo when I see it. Charles Thrawley is in the chat. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday, Charles. Good to have you in here. Who you barking at, big guy? Oh, no. That is serious, BJ. Oh, I hope not. Connie said, yes, that would be awesome, Steven. Well, we know Jens is making the list. That is for sure. He might be number one. Ruth said, I don't really know why there are so many different accents. I should find out. The only thing I could hypothesize about is that different groups were in control of different areas for like a long period of time. It would have to be like 100 years or more for people to actually get different accents. And like the people didn't interact as much as they could have. Otherwise, they would have spoken the same, I feel like. Like there was some kind of seclusion. Jen said, you are so kind, Mr. Steven. And wow, number one. Connie said, that's sad, BJ, about Jade. Let's send some prayers to Jade. I'm not even sure of the channel, but I really hope what BJ said is not the case. Puppy puppies. I am very interested in the study of doggy cures for cancers and other medical. We need a cure for cancer for humans. Cancer is just devastating. Alicia said, Auntie, how is your brother doing? Leyla Loaf. Leyla, who's a pretty girly? Who's a pretty girly? Heath said, I want to see very close up of the pretty eyes. Let's see if Leyla will stay still for you. I know sometimes the quality of the lives isn't great. It's much better on the shorts, I feel like, that I post. Apollo. See, they want to be in position for me to throw the ball. They don't like when I get close when we're live. They're too antsy to go get the bally. Actually, the answer for doggy bone cancer is using the immune system and is being looked at for humans. That is awesome. I hope there's some kind of breakthrough soon. That would be incredible. Alicia said, gorgeous, with the double white hearts. Thank you, Alicia. Connie sent the double white hearts. Thank you, Connie. Uth said, yes, Vikings left their mark. The English are descendants of northwestern Europeans, so some accents must come from that. Well, Paddy the Baddy, Ruth, do you know who that is? The UFC fighter? Whatever his accent is, that has to be the Viking one, I think. Because it sounds like very, I don't know, brutal. A lot of phlegm involved. Charles said if they'd let in the Cuban treatments into the US, cancer cases would probably go down. I find that so strange how like people have to go to like Latin America and Mexico and all those countries to get like stem cell treatments and all of those extra science stuff. I think it's big pharma keeping it out of the US because they know it works. Jen said, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on all your notifications so you won't be missing out on the amazing daily content and live streams from the king and queen. Leyla girl. Leyla, can I get that Bolly? Ruth said, sorry, Alicia, busy typing. Yes, he's okay at the moment. Thanks for asking. Ruth said, no, Stephen, don't know who that is. I'm trying to think of the term he calls his dialect of accent. Because I think they call themselves like almost a different word than like just English or UK. Sad, Connie, very sad. You just said you can get dental work in Vietnam and Southeast Asia from doctors trained in the US for very inexpensive. Cost of trip and work is less than price at home. My uncle, shout out Uncle Johnny, he actually did that last year. He doesn't get like insurance through work or whatever. He's like a limo driver, but he saved up enough money where he booked a trip to Mexico and had his entire set of teeth redone because it was like 1/10 of the price as the USA. And it looks amazing. They did an amazing job. Lisa said, they have a cure. If they give it to us, they would be out of a job. Oof. The truth hits so hard. So true, BJ. Same as Turkey. Oh, Jens, that's where I'm going to have to go in about 5 to 10 years when I need to get the hair transplant. That's what Turkey's known for, right? They do the men's hair thing with the follicles. Everybody goes to Turkey for that. Alicia said, everyone is welcome to come in and join our positive conversation. We are fur baby lovers and enjoy talking about anything appropriate. We don't bite. Come and say hi in the chat. Send the double white hearts, like the video, vote in the poll. Then you've done the full A&L fam checklist. Charles said, I know quite a few people who went to Mexico for dental work and looks great. Jen said they do. I know. Jens, trust me, I've started my research. I got very bad hair lineage, so I'm going to need to find some solution. But be careful. If you don't need it, don't do it. It's funny how other countries are cheap, but not the US, UK, just my opinion. Funny or coordinated? They're gouging us, Connie. They're gouging us. Scouse, Mank, Cockney. There's a Newcastle Brummie. I think it's Scouse. I think that's the one he is. A Scousia, right? Is that? I feel like that's what he says. Is that how they like say it sometimes? Scousia? BJ said the local vet's cost of the clinic is half what is for a clinic bought out by a national vet and pet pharma company. So true. Corrupted? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm hesitant to share my full thoughts because I know YouTube probably is in line. Brazil doing hair now too, LOL, and BBLs, God bless them. God bless Brazilian doctors doing the Lord's work. Jertsu's in the stream saying hello. Hello, Jertsu. I had to use a pet pharmacy and it was expensive. Connie said, big time. Where are you going, puppies? You're going the wrong way. Anything for the sweet Tomo? Oh, Leyla outran the ball. She zoomed right by it and let Apollo swoop in for the score. That's Liverpool says it as Scousia. Yeah, that's what they say. That is a funny accent. It doesn't even sound like the British I'm familiar with or English accent I'm familiar with. They're very proper and like fancy versus that's a much more slangish accent, I feel like. Your Tomo was a $3,000 ferret? Was he a designer? A luxury? We're 3 likes away from 20. Help us get there, everybody. Double tap your phone screens. Send the likes our way. We would truly appreciate it on this fine day. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Great seeing some new names in the chat like Heath and Lisa keeping us company. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your time. You consider subscribing and joining the community. We go live daily, so hope to see your name back in here. Oh yeah, no tomato in a while, huh, Connie? Tomato has been out of here. 2 likes away now? Oh wow, we're getting so close. Jertsu said, is there going to be a Jertsu poll on part 2? Jertsu, we're 50-50 on a part 2 right now. I don't know, I'm having a pretty fun time and we got a decent amount of people in here. We might just do a long part 1, or not even a part 1, just long stream today and call it a day. I have to go to my family's for Sunday dinner tonight. We're leaving at 4 p.m. And I also have to try and fit in a hike today to go get more ramps. But we will see. I'm not saying no to a part 2 stream. A lot of people from Ireland moved to Liverpool. Do you guys think Conor McGregor is going to be the president or whatever it's called in Ireland? I see he's running for office. 2 more likes to go. Where are the bees? You want to check in on the bees? We haven't looked at them in a while. See if they're still over here. I don't see anything as of right now. Maybe the bees moved on from there. Whoa! A bird just flew out of there. Where the heck did that come from? Did it come from that, like, grate? Oh my gosh. It flew right at my face for a second. I thought it was a bee at first. I was like, oh my God, there's a 6-inch bee flying at my face. A Jurassic bee. Maybe the bird's nest moved into the bee's nest and ate all the bees. All right, let me scroll back up on the poll. That would be great for just a long stream. Yeah, we could chill together. Oh, look at that cardinal. Oh, it flew away already. There's a pretty cardinal on there. There's a Brazilian dance club in Orlando that I go to often that does the Lord's work as well. Wait, Charles, how far is Orlando from you? That's got to be a hike, right? Do you go down there for vacation like every year or something? Alicia said, that's great. BJ said, did you know that the American Red Cross has a pet first aid course online? Ooh, that's great. They must have a nest up under the bees. Connie said, I'm sure they will be back, the bumblebees. You think? I hope not. Alicia, you've taken the class. That's awesome. Connie said, I doubt it, Steven. Aw. I'm being hopeful that the bees are no more. You just said, Alicia, I really like for pet first aid classes to be there for a pet parent. Lisa said, Leyla has it. Oh, Leyla always has the ballie. No matter where she goes, the ball will soon follow. Inside, outside. Lisa, you've never seen our chickens, right? Do you want to see our chickens on the stream, Lisa? Huh? Ooh, the puppies are getting excited. You hear the word chickies and you get excited? You want to go see the chickies? You want to go see the chickies? Yeah? Lisa said, I love the close-up. Here you go. Let's give a close-up of the puppishkas. 1 like away, so close to hitting the magical 20 mark on the stream. Who's going to be the lucky number 20 like? Whoever it is, say hi in the chat and we'll throw you some praise. Lisa, you want to see the chickens? All right, let's go see the chickies, Apollo. Let's go see the chickies. Orlando is a 2.5-hour drive. I drive down a lot to get away from the backwoods HE double hockey sticks. 2.5 hours, that's not too bad. You could go there for a weekend then, definitely. Is that a common like vacation route for people in your area? I feel like that's like a lot of people by me in Bergen County travel to the Jersey Shore like a lot of the weekends in the summer because it's, you know, depending on where you are, it could be like an hour to 2 hours away. Hi, chickies. Let me flip this back over. Hi, chickies. Gonna go outside later? So Lisa, on future streams, if you keep on tuning in, you'll see the chickies and the doggies in the backyard all together. They've become quite friendly over this guy gets bigger and bigger. Fabio, how much do you weigh now, my dude? Fabio looks like he's like a 25-pound chicken. My goodness. Connie said, welcome all new peeps. Please like, subscribe, and share with the double white hearts. Jen said, tap, tap, and double tap, please. Let us know in the chat when you did. Just say hi or the double white hearts will do. We love the double white hearts. Charles said, I couldn't tell you what a lot of people around here I go to get away from them. I got you, Charles. Connie said, love the chickens. BJ said, we need one more like according to my laptop. One more like, huh? Who's it gonna be? Did we do it? Did we hit 20? Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Lisa said, that will be awesome. They are so cute. Thank you, Lisa. Boop. They're focused on the ball. They hate when the phone gets in their face now with the ball. I'm moving the ball right around the phone. His head just follows. BJ sent the double white hearts and said, yay! I love dog nose boops. We gotta boop the schnoop. Jen said, so perfect, Mr. Apollo. Thank you, Jens. Did you hear that, Apollo? They think you're a cutie pie. Yeah, they think you're a cutie pie. Apollo. Leyla girl. Time for your close-up. Apollo got his. Leyla. Where you going? Where you going? Up, gotta be in position, right? Mr. Steven's gonna throw the ballie. We gotta be ready. Ruth said, boop, boop, with the double white hearts. Thank you, Ruth. Charles said, I grew up on a farm in Indiana and always thought I was country until I moved here and I realized I'm way more city than I thought. Charles, if you're saying that, having grown up on a farm in Indiana, I am truly terrified growing up in the suburbs of New York City. I don't even know if I could claim that. I'm a little bit farther than the suburbs of New York City, but whatever. Growing up in my area, Bergen County, New Jersey, on how I don't know if I could even survive where you live. You make it sound like it's like literally the middle of nowhere, which I'm sure it is, but I just don't know if I could do it. BJ said 2 boops for the schnooch. I would love to meet them. Yes, he is, but she has the toy. Oh, Leyla always ends up with the toy. Johnny Holt was right before. Leyla, in the end, will always be the one holding the ball, even if Apollo gets it. Like, look at that. Apollo got it this time. We'll see how long he keeps it. He still got it right there. Moving a little bit. Then Leyla goes in for the swoop. You stole it, Leyla? You just said, LOL, Charles, it's all relative to how far away you are from stores, gas stations, and Wi-Fi. Lisa said, I love their personality. Thank you, Lisa. They both have a pretty different personalities. Layla's, you guys only really see her on the stream when she's chasing the ball, and she's a little bit more energetic. But when she's inside, she's very like laid back, extremely timid, very submissive, like very relaxed, just, you know, calm dog. And Apollo's a bit more of the, well, I guess you guys do see that on stream too, just from the interactions, but Apollo's a little bit more of the instigator, a little bit more personality and spunk. But they both do sleep a lot, I'll tell you that much. What is this orange spots up in the corner of your yard? Over there? Those are signs on the parkway right now. They must be doing some kind of road work or something over there. I think it says like lane shifts 1 mile ahead, so maybe it's up ahead of us. They're doing some road work. Charles said, I gotta drive 30 minutes to a gas station if that says anything. Oh my God, Charles. There's 5 gas stations within a mile of my house, I think. Like, no joke. I get choice of which one gives the cheapest gas. That's a good question. How much is gas currently around you guys per gallon? By me, it's like $2.80 right now, $2.80 about, depending on where you go, around that range. BJ said, I think he drops it for Layla unless they're playing tug of war. Then he'll give it a go, but he drops it eventually usually. Charles said, I got Starlink, so I'm good on the Wi-Fi though. Starlink's a game changer, huh? Connie said, she is a good girly. She is a good girly. Jen said, I've once taken the wrong exit and came directly into the Bronx. My boss told me on the phone, make sure to get your car locked and don't ever stop. Keep driving. I mean, the Bronx ain't the best place in the world, but that's a little bit, you know, you'll be safe in the Bronx. I have faith in humanity. You are right near Yankee Stadium then, Jens. I've been to the Bronx many a times. Arthur Ave is where we go in the Bronx as well to get our holiday meats and cheeses. Arthur Ave has a great strip of stores. Charles said 280 is about right here too. Apollo is a very strong puppy. It was at about 9 p.m. 11 years ago. 11 years ago, so 2014. I was a sophomore in high school. Is that the last time you were in America, Jens? 11 years ago? Layla girl, can I have the Bolly? Gas here is $3.89 and $4 here. Oh my gosh, BJ, your gas is so expensive. What's going on by you? Why is the gas like $1 more? That's kind of crazy. I keep my doors locked anywhere. For my car, I definitely lock it when I leave. Our house with 2 German Shepherds, I can't say the same. Washington State just added another tax to our tax last week. Oh my gosh, that gas is crazy. I think so. Charles said 3-ish, $3.50 in Indiana right now too. Wow, so it varies a lot. I didn't know it would vary that much. I thought it'd be like maybe a quarter different in some places. But I mean, BJ's is like 33% more expensive about. That is crazy. Washington State keeps gas up under the Greenhouse Initiative. They want people to take buses even out in the rural town. That seems backwards to me. We're going to make life worse for everybody who lives here by making gas more expensive and combining that with making it like less easy to have your own car. So you have to take public transportation. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that popular amongst the people around you, BJ? Do they like that or no? Lisa said, I live at the Pose. What is the Pose? Oh, the Layla Pose? Indiana added $2 for a gas tax this week too. What the heck? What is this gas tax? Corrupt government? Alicia said, Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy flew off her throne last night. She loves her brother. Love the tire hanging? Yes, Apollo and Leyla love each other. They love each other very, very much. BG said it's not popular in small town in Eastern Washington, but Seattle has such a huge population, and they are for it and vote for those people who feel that way. Ah, I gotcha. Because the city people, it doesn't matter. They're going to be on the buses, trains, subways anyway, right? So they vote for it. And then they hang out the rest of the people to dry, it sounds like. Apollo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who you barking at there, buddy boy? Seattle has amazing transit, so they vote for it. Can I get that ball, Leyla? The NJ Transit gets constant criticism where I'm at. There's such a funny video of this guy. I don't know if anybody watching here knows Barstool Sports, but it's like a popular... For guys my age, it's more popular. They post like sports content and just like... Yeah, whatever. But there's this guy, Frank Fleming, who flipped out about the NJ Transit. It's one of the funniest videos, I swear, on the entire internet. Because the NJ Transit trains are always late or like breaking down or just... It's so funny, the video. He freaks out about them. Where are the ears? Oh yes, I see the still in the tree. There's one of them still hanging in the spot. It's actually perfect the way it's hanging there, like in remembrance of Miss Piggy. But one also fell down with her. Did you get some plants in the garden? I honestly do not think we have yet. I think my mom was waiting for today because today was like, well, it still gets down to the 40s at night by us, so I don't know if she's waiting for that to change, where that gets in like the 50s or 60s, but I honestly don't know what she's waiting for. Poor Miss Piggy. BJ said, live in a small town with a rare bus that comes through, so it's tough since you have to drive to get to doctors, hospitals, groceries. Connie said, haha, yes, Miss Piggy. Your governor is a lady? Our governor is not a lady. Our governor is Mr. Murphy. Mr. Phil Murphy, unless it changed, but honestly, I don't pay attention to the politics of the state much, so it could have changed recently. I think the governor of New York is a lady, Kathy Hochul. Leyla girl, can I get that ball? Leyla. There she goes. Connie's governor? Wait, Connie and I live in the same state, though. She's an NJ gal. She's worse, KH. I only pay attention to politics when it becomes super expensive in taxes that go to projects in the city. How close are you to Seattle, BJ? Are you in the Seattle burbs? Leyla girl. I'm 35 miles north of Seattle. Okay, yeah, that's pretty close. Charles, where'd Chris Christie balloon off to? I have no idea, but good riddance. Alicia said, like the like button, and the like button will like you back. Phil Murphy's still the governor of NJ. I feel like he's been the governor a while. Is there a race soon? Layla girl. Connie sent the double white hearts. Thank you, Connie. Alicia sent the double white hearts. Thank you, Alicia. And also, I see, ooh, is that hearts for Mr. Kimchi as well? Dogs are so lucky they don't have to think about politics. Yep, they just get to eat. Well, it starts, our dogs, it starts sleep, go to the bathroom, sleep again, play outside, eat lunch, sleep some more, play again, eat, go to bed. That's their life, over and over, rinse and repeat. BJ sent the white hearts. Connie sent the white hearts. Kimchi is sending the hearts. Aw, thank you, Kimchi. Kimchi, we're sending love back to you, buddy. Oh no, Charles got something in the mail for jury duty the other day. Gosh, I am not jealous of that. I've never had to do jury duty. I got a knock on wood, huh? What a mistake that would be. Are you gonna try and get out of it? Connie said, I love kimchi. Jen said, best life ever. Yes, dogs live a pretty good life, huh? Jens, do they have jury duty in Belgium? Have you ever been selected? Most of them. Kimchi had me up till 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m., Layla. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. It would depend upon what kind of jury duty, but you would have to travel so far and the expense. Jen said yes and no, you haven't had to do it with a party emoji. It's hard to get out of jury duty. I haven't gotten out of bed yet. Oh, the perfect wake up, Alicia. A little bit of Apollo and Leyla on the telly / phone to get you woken up for the day ahead. Right, Layla girl? Layla, can I get that bally? Yes, with a thumbs up. If I move to get that bally, are you going to steal it? You answered my question. Oh no, you just brought it closer. You just brought it closer for me. Nah, I've been on the other side of jury duty. They couldn't place me on a jury if they wanted to, lol. I know here you get paid and some food for jury duty. Oh my gosh, there you go. I don't think you get paid in the US. I'm not sure though. You probably do get some kind of lunch or something. Maybe I'll go back to sleep after. She's giving it to you? Yeah, Layla girl brings it close. She's a good girl. Right, Layla? Layla Loop. Oh, we do get paid too? Okay. How much? Do you have any idea? Does it depend on how long the case is or whatever? Ooh. They should have to pay you for whatever like your job would pay you on those days. They should have to match that. $10 a day? 25 bucks a day in the US for jurors? That's nothing. That's a slap in the face. That's crazy. Connie said it's $5 a day from what you remember? If you work, your job pays you also? Oh, okay, so I guess your job, can't not pay you for those days, but that's still crazy that they're going to pay you between $5 and $25 a day. Maybe they should pay the politicians less and the jurors more. It sounds like it, BJ. They should pay you for missing work. is what I had to do. I think I got $50 a day. Think about the jurors on the YSL Young, this trial. They were there over 2 years in that case. Now that is insane. 2 years on a jury duty case or trial. The minimum wage in Washington State is $15 an hour. Yes, I haven't been there in a while. I got called like 3 times. Waitresses, no. Lisa, I was about to tell a story to BJ about that. I have a fun story to tell. So, but let me say hi to R&R first. I see hello, everyone in the chat. Hello, Robot Rabbit. So what do you guys think of this? When I was in high school and college, I was working as a waiter at a local restaurant. And I never got a single paycheck in my entire time working there from the restaurant. I only ever made tips. Do you think that's okay? That should be legal or what? Because in that case, the restaurant never paid its waiters any amount of money. It like all came. Now, the only way you'd be paid a check if you worked a shift and the amount of tips you got, like when added together, was less than minimum wage, then they would pay you the difference. But as long as your tips were more than that, which I think was $7.50 when I was working there, they would never pay you. So I never got a single paycheck from the restaurant. What does Sunday scaries mean? It's basically just anxiety for the upcoming week, R&R. When you party on Friday and Saturday and then it all hits you on Sunday. Like, oh, Monday is tomorrow. Alicia said no. Connie said that's so wrong. R&R said that's horrible. That's criminal. It should be anyways. In Washington State, they include the tip in the price of the food. Alicia said that's insane. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So in theory, that the restaurant I work for could have had like 1 million waiters on their staff because they're literally not paying them a single penny. It all comes from tips. I got paid $4 an hour. I had a check plus tips. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I never cashed a single check or a single cent from the restaurant into my bank account. It all came from tips. Is it even legal? I'm not sure. It must have been. I doubt they were, I don't know. I mean, I doubt they were doing something illegal. I guess maybe there's a rule in New Jersey, if you're making minimum wage from the tips, they can like not pay you. Get a lawyer? Oh, it was so long ago. I'm over it now. I actually really enjoyed working there. So I'm not even like tight about it, but it was kind of crazy. Legal corruption. Connie said that's illegal. Jertu poll, please. Maybe tomorrow, Jertu. We'll give you your poll on a better stream. We're so deep in here now. Well, let's just keep the one we got. I had a lot of fun working in that restaurant, though. Working in the restaurant industry opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. The people you meet who are part of the restaurant staff, I don't think you could ever meet a more colorful group of people. It was amazing. Under the table in NJ for many years. Leyla, can I get that Bolly? We just said now the federal law, an employer must pay the federal minimum wage besides tips. Well, that's why now when I go to restaurants or I eat out, I always tip. I know our European viewers, it's a little, the culture is very different, but I always tip 20% minimum. Basically, I mean, essentially no matter what. You would have to be the worst server and the worst restaurant experience in my entire life to not get that. Because I've been on the other side of it, so I know how it helps those people. Nowadays, after so many people, that tip is added in. Yeah, we had a rule at the restaurant I worked for. If you were a party of 8 or more, we could add the tip. It was restaurant policy to add the tip, but I actually never did it because I was a good server and I took care of my people, so I just rolled the dice. And I never felt right adding that to people, and then I don't think that's right, so I just left it off. Poll idea: should there be another poll for Jertsu? That's why the wages are still so low federally. Lorraine said the double white hearts. Thank you, Lorraine. The minimum wage in Washington State is double what the federal rate is. The federal rate is crazy. How could anybody survive off $7.50 an hour or whatever it is? I'm telling you, they couldn't where I live. What is that on like a yearly basis if you're working full time? 7 times 40. What is that? 280 times 4. You're making like 1,100 per month. So you're making like 13,000, 14,000 a year. That's just not even like sustainable in any sense. Alicia said, you are right. Different types of people in the restaurant. A lot of small restaurants close when Washington State raised the minimum wage to double. Yeah, they can't pay the staff, right? They're not profitable anymore. I think there should be a poll for Jertsu. All right, so the poll going to be, should there be another poll for Jertsu? I just ended the last one. I'm making it right now. Sorry, I'm typing. All right, there is a Jertsu poll now. Alicia said, I did a lot of waitressing. It's a very good skill, and you can make a decent living if you're working at a nice restaurant. Lorraine sent the white hearts. Thank you, Lorraine. Dude, $7.50 is still all they pay around here in South Georgia. Then complain when people need government assistance. $7.50 is crazy. Just think about the poor working dogs. They get no minimum wage for working while in school. Yeah, that's what I did too. I did it all throughout. I started working in the restaurant, I think when I was a sophomore in high school, and then I became a waiter when I was a senior, and then I worked all throughout college as well. I stopped in COVID. And then COVID was a juicer. Whatever kind of program the government put in place for waiters throughout COVID, like the unemployment, whatever, I was making more from the COVID pay than I would be as a waiter. It was crazy. They were throwing out money to people. It was so dumb. I drive hours away to get much better wages. That's why I'm in Florida so much. BJ said, my first job was picking strawberries and they paid by each flat of berries you picked. Oh, so they pay by production, not by hour there. The dogs should get paid for being so cute. Yes, YouTube, I'm talking to you. Thank you, Jens. Cough, cough, YouTube. June 4th, everybody, June 4th. That is the magical day, the day it all changes, hopefully, if you guys keep supporting us. Right, Apollo? Lisa said, right. All I can say is the new WH administration is going to clean up the swamp, said Connie. Let's see how our Jertsu poll is doing. We have had 7 votes as of right now. Should we do another Jertsu poll? 57% are saying yes, and 43% are saying who/what is Jertsu. I was wondering, people might not even know Jertsu is a person, so I had to put what as well, if people are just tuning in. Jen said it's going to be there so quickly. Ruth said, we all love YouTube. Yes, we do. Charles said, my first job was baling hay, and the pay was dinner and not getting my butt beat if I didn't complain. Well, my first job was actually ASAP Snow Removal. It was the company my cousin and I started, where we would make our own flyers. We handed them out in around late November, early December. And we had a nice little group of clients where we'd go around and Of course, as kids growing up, you'd get a snow day when the snow came, so we'd go around shoveling snow all day. That was my first bit of paid work. Then after that, my first real job, like by an employer, was working at that restaurant where I was like for 6 or 7 years or something like that. Alicia said, everyone is welcome to come in and join our great conversation and let everyone know that you are another great person in the world. 20 likes, folks. 21 now. Thank you, everybody. I can't believe we have been here for 84 minutes. Round of applause for all of you that have stuck out here this whole time, hanging out with us, chatting, providing us energy, love, support. Thank you so much, A&L fam. I think we'll be live for another few minutes here, and then we will wrap it up. And who knows, maybe we'll do a brief, like 15, 20-minute stream later on today, but doubtful on it. But you guys are amazing that have hung out with us for so long. Shout out to you guys. Alicia sent the white hearts. Connie sent the white hearts. Thank you. BJ said, I will take Sherman out for a walkie afterward. Leyla, where's your Wally? Right after the stream today, I might eat breakfast and lunch back to back today. Typically, recently, I've been eating breakfast at 11 a.m., lunch at 2 p.m., dinner at 7 p.m. But I haven't eaten yet today, so I might just go back to back and have a nice big breakfast lunch combination here. What would that be? That would be 4 eggs, 3 chicken sausages, and a full salad with tuna fish. Not tuna fish, just tuna. Does that go together? Not really. Maybe I'll have to take at least like a 30-minute break. Donovan Tillman's back in here saying, there go the twins again. Oh, Layla's taking a potty break. Hey, Donovan. Welcome back. Shout out for the pups. Thank you, Jens. BJ said it's easy to be around people who love animals. Yeah, we have such a great convo going on in here. It's really nice. Actively fighting the Sunday scaries, huh? Although I don't really get them either nowadays. Since the streams have started, the days have gotten so much brighter. Charles said, Steven, 3 meals a day. Look at you, fancy pants. Charles, have you heard about my recent routine? I just started on Monday. Today is day 7 of my diet. 3 meals plus dessert. So I'm eating 3.5, you could say. We're trying to go for 8 weeks, Charles. We'll see if we'll see. Actually, we're not going to see. We're going to do it. When I set my mind to something, you best believe I will achieve it. So we got 7 weeks left starting tomorrow, Apollo. We did 1. Why can't we do 7 more, right? Connie sent the hearts. Thank you, Connie. Lisa said, absolutely. Charles said, you bulking up for something? I'm actually cutting. Cutting for the summer. We're trying to get lean for the summer, right? When I started this diet, I was like 203-ish, between 202, 205, depending on when you weigh yourself. And trying to get to 185 by the end. Donovan said, none much. About to take the puppies out for a walking. Aw, that's awesome. Right on BJ's schedule. Donovan and BJ both going to be walking their pups right after the stream is over. BJ said, pet people have learned unconditional love from their pets. Look at Apollo and Leyla. 90 minutes in. Oh, I was about to say, notice Apollo's not as ready to run around, but it still seems like they're ready to go. Isn't that crazy? You think they ever run out of energy? We are 90 minutes in here, people, and they are like ready to go. Is that crazy or what? Jen said, so true, BJ. Can I get that ball, Leyla? Can I get that ball, Leyla girl? I'm not even sure if Jertu was in here to see the Jertu poll. Jertu, are you still hanging out with us? I haven't seen any comments from the Mr. Jertu. Charles said, I gotta lose this little pony keg belly this summer. Did so much over the winter. Too much. Charles, join me. I could use a fellow dieter. It gets easier when you're all in it together. When you're on the streams, just when you're making your food choices, just think healthy and then let me know on the streams, and we'll support each other. R&R said, I don't know what day it is most of the time. That's nice, though. That's really nice. No Foxy today. Good point, Alicia. Where's our Foxy at? Do low carb to battle that pony keg belly. Low carb seems to be the key for most people. It really helps them out. I don't know. I've always just been more of a calorie counter. But what do you think about that, BJ? Like, for me, it all comes down to the calories, but I feel like some people, being low carb just helps them eat less calories, maybe. Bruce said, I know about that too, robot. I do low carb to get rid of my nacho chips belly. Oh, I'm a big fan of the nachos myself. Nachos for lunch, just a simple tortilla chips, cheddar cheese, maybe a little bit of onions and lettuce. Oh my gosh. Some salsa, some sour cream. Oh, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. That is my weakness. Deal, I cut out pop and it falls off. Ruth's R&R just digitally pounded Ruth. Fist pound from across the world. You just said I go by glycemic index and its role in fat storage, especially for old ladies like me. Sweets are my favorite. Alicia, me too. I have quite the sweet tooth. But my Chobani flips are the saving grace. And sushi. Well, sushi probably isn't that bad. All right, everybody. This is probably the world record for Apollo and Leyla live streams for being the longest live of all time. So if you were in here today, instead of just the double white hearts to wrap up the stream, let's do the double white hearts and the clapping hand emojis for you guys for hanging out with us. You guys need some love here too as we end the day. Right, Apollo? They hung out with us for an hour and a half straight today, Apollo. That is some love. We are totally feeling it, so thank you all. For the new peeps in here, what we do is we typically wrap up every stream with a little white heart spam in the chat, but today we'll do the white hearts and the claps. But you guys are amazing. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, BJ. Donovan, Jens, Alicia, Connie. You guys are amazing. Ruth. All of you guys who hung out with us for so long today. We are so thankful. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed your time in here. If there's new peeps that haven't hit that sub button yet, hit subscribe so you see our content in the future. I'm still 50-50 on if we'll get another live today, but if not, we will see you all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing Sunday. Thank you for fighting off the fun, Sunday scaries with us. All of us together here makes my day better, so hopefully it does for you guys too. Time to let my dog out. Woof, woof. Have a great day, everyone. Clap, clap. I don't know how to get the other emojis. No problem, Lisa. If no part 2, take care, everybody. Yes. Have a happy, healthy, and lovely Sunday. Maybe we'll see you later on. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, all. Peace and love, A&L fam.